Hello class 9. Today we will continue chapter light, and in chapter light we'll go to the exercise B, that is images formed in a pair of mirrors. How many number of images formed when we have pair of mirrors? That means the mirrors are two. Okay, so there are certain conditions and the formula to calculate the number of images. We will discuss all this in this exercise. For an object kept in between two inclined plane mirrors, we get many images of the object. This is because the light rays after reflection from one mirror falls on the another mirror. In other words, the image formed by one mirror acts as an object for the other mirror. This continues till no more reflection can occur or any mirror. In two inclined mirrors. For an object kept in between the two inclined plane mirrors, we get many images of the object. This is because the light rays after reflection from one mirror falls on another mirror. That means the image formed by one mirror acts as an object for the other mirror. This continues till no more reflection can occur on any mirror. So the object and the image formed by two inclined mirrors lie on the circumference of a circle whose center lies at the point of intersection of the two mirrors, and radius is equal to the distance of the object from the point of intersection. This how many number of images we will get when two plane mirrors are inclined to each other. Based on these things, the number of images formed depend on the angle between the two mirrors. Following two cases arise. Suppose we have a plane mirror this and we have a plane mirror this. So the angle between them is 0 degree. Suppose another case, we have taken up one plane mirror this and this one is the another plane mirror. The angle between them is 90 degree. Suppose this is our one plane mirror, this is another plane mirror. The angle between them is 60 degree. So in these cases, how many number of images we will get depends on two cases. First, if the angle between the mirror is such that n by 360 is odd. This is the formula to calculate the number of images. So in this, after that, we will see in the answer if it is odd. Suppose we have taken here as theta is equal to 72 degree. Theta is equal to 72 degree. So n is equal to 360 degree by 72. When you simplify it, you will get the answer as 5, which is an odd number. So the first case says that only if the angle between the mirror is such that n is equal to 360 by theta is odd. In this case, two cases occurs again. The number of images n when the object is placed asymmetrically between the mirror, and the number of images n minus 1 when the object is placed symmetrically. Symmetrically means that is on the bisector of the angle the object is placed. So in such cases, if it is asymmetric, then n will be 5, but if it is symmetric, then n is equal to 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so the image formed will be n is equal to 5 for the object placed asymmetrically between the mirror, and the image will be 5 minus 1, 4 when the object placed symmetrically, that is on the bisector of between the mirrors. So these two cases develop when we get our answer as odd. Now the second case, when n is equal to 360 by theta degree is even. Suppose our n is coming even. In this case, the number of images always n minus 1. So simply we have to convert it to n minus 1 when our answer is coming in even numbers. Suppose we have taken an example, that is theta is equal to when the two mirrors are kept 60 degree with each other. Theta is 60 degree. So the number of image will be 360 by 60, hence 6. So our answer is coming in even numbers. Even numbers, that means straight away it is the number of images n minus 1, that is 5. Suppose our answer is coming 4. So n minus 1, 3. So like this we can calculate the number of images in both the case. Case 1 when it is odd. So for odd again two cases, asymmetrical or symmetrical, how the object is placed. Case 2, simple, straight away. When the answer is coming even, we will simplify our answer to n minus 1. Number of images we will get. So we will discuss now two important cases of the mirrors. Now consider image formation in two special cases. When the two mirrors are parallel to each other and when the two mirrors are perpendicular to each other. So now here we will first consider the first case, that is for two mirrors kept parallel to each other, an infinite number of images are formed for an object kept in between them. We have these two mirrors AM and BM dash parallel to each other. Okay, and we have an object here P which is kept in between these two plane parallel mirrors. From P we have taken two incident rays on the mirror AM. It strikes the mirror AM. That means there will be a normal, and hence you can see this, it reflects back. When we extend it, it meet at the point I1, which is the image of this P when we are striking the two incident rays on the mirror AM. Now suppose we have taken two more incident rays which strike this mirror BM. So after reflection it goes, and when we extend we get this point as the image of this object when we strike the two incident rays on the mirror BM dash. Now we are not drawing that rays because it will be a complication to see the rays. As you can see, this reflected rays meet at this point, suppose NO. Okay, so now this NO are the incident rays for another striking of mirror at AM. So it strike at AM and again it meet at I3, it meet at I2. So number of images are formed after reflection striking the mirror, and hence reflection occurs. Now this way we get a number of images. Now how many number of images we will get? So to calculate, we know the formula to calculate the number of images is n is equal to 360 degree by theta. Here n means number of images, theta means the angle between the two mirrors. This is the formula to calculate how many number of images we will get when two plane mirrors are kept parallel to each other or perpendicular to each other. When there are two plane mirrors, this is the way to calculate the number of images. Here theta is 0 degree in case of two plane mirrors. Theta is 0 degree in case of two plane mirrors. So 360 by 0, that means infinite number of images we will get when two plane mirrors AM, just like this, AM and BM dash are kept parallel to each other. Case when the two mirrors are kept perpendicular to each other, that means suppose this is a mirror OA and this is a mirror OB, they both are placed perpendicular to each other, that is theta is 90 degree. So in this case, suppose an object is placed at this point P and we have two mirrors OA and OB perpendicular to each other. So the two incident rays we have taken, it strikes this mirror OB and hence reflected back and again strike this mirror, and after that it reflect back in the same medium. When we extend it, it will meet at this point. Okay, so when we extend it to the other side, it will meet at this point. Similarly, we can take two incident rays on this mirror OA and hence it will reflect back to OB, and overlapping of the images are formed in this case. So, to calculate the number of images, we will use the same formula. Here theta is 90 degree. So, n is equal to 360 degree by theta. So, 360 by 90, that means 4. So, n is even number. So, for calculate the number of images when we have n is equal to even number, we'll use that formula. For an object placed in between two mirrors perpendicular to, the number of images formed will be n minus 1. That is 4 minus 1. So, number of images formed is 3. As you can see in your book, this diagram. Here, P is the object and number of images formed is P1, P2, P3 and P4 just overlap on each other on P3. So 3 number of images is formed when two plane mirror is perpendicular to each other and an object is placed in between this. Number of images formed is 3. Now, uses of plane mirror. The plane mirror find wide applications in our daily life. The very first and most common is and wide use is as a looking glass. We all everyday experience this. Now, the next use. In the optician room, to increase the effective length of the room. It is done by keeping a plane mirror on the front wall and signboard on the opposite wall, just behind the patient. For the patient, the signboard is at nearly double the length of the room. Now the next is periscope. Two parallel plane mirrors, each inclined at 45 degree with the vertical walls, are placed facing each other. Periscope is used in submarines. Many other uses of plane mirrors are also there. Suppose in the barber shop, in solar heating devices such as solar cooker, solar water heater, etc.